Hey everyone, it's Christine here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this week's weekly energy reading for July 4th through the 10th. I'm really grateful for your support. Welcome new subscribers and of course people that have been following me. I hope you've had a good week. We're going to dive straight into the Astrocap, or brief overview of just the major aspects, I should say, of what's going on. We're about 2 weeks into Cancer season, and I'm sure many of you have already got the hit of being in your feelings, feeling your feelings, hitting emotional waves. Perhaps a lot of things are coming up for healing. It's like a full-on self-care, self-nurture mode. Some of you may have felt the need to go inward, and there's just been this continued pattern of that. A lot of things coming up for processing and healing at this time, not just at the collective, but also personally at the micro level. So really take this time to reassess, to refine, and to make sure that your own sanctuary at home, your own safe place or safe places meet the needs in this season of your life. We also have the first quarter moon happening in Libra on the 16th. No, why did I say the 16th? I'm sorry, it's the 6th. I'm jumping up a few weeks on the 6th at 10:14 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, so New York City time for reference. Remember the goals that you set last week during the new moon in Cancer. Keep working on what you've started, but this is also a great time to reassess, reflect if need be, and to make any tweaks or changes to those goals, or update them if need be. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep going, because as the moon continues to wax, that is, reach the full moon phase, we have more energy there. And so make sure that you simply use this time judiciously, protect your time and your energy, and also the space you have in order to work on what truly matters to you. The moon is in Libra, so for this phase, I should say, for this first quarter moon, because every few days the moon does shift into a new sign, so it'll affect us in different ways. But really check in to make sure your goals align to not just your values, but to your life, where you're at, that they are in balance, that you're not investing too much time in one area over another, especially if you're dealing or wanting to pursue multiple goals. Libra also represents truth, justice, reciprocity, right? Think of the scales. And so make sure that whoever you are giving your time to, whatever you're putting your attention and focus to, that it's reciprocal, it's balanced in a way that feeds you, but you're also able to give as well. And be careful of doing things for others and not for yourself, because that could be a shadow trait of Libras, is people pleasing and saying yes to acquiesce to others. So make sure that you do get in touch emotionally with your goals and that they are meaningful to you and no one else. I also wanted to note something on emotions, because I know this season already started with a bang. I felt like Cancer season, it wasn't just a wave of emotions, it was like a tsunami of emotions that have come in. So this week, if you haven't already, let it out and find a modality, at least one, to help you process what's coming up. Something that oftentimes may feel like it hits you at inopportune moments in weird times, and it comes and goes like waves, receding and going. So find something that helps you to process these emotions and feelings that arise, whether it's talking to someone you trust, that could be a therapist, a family friend, or whomever that you feel safe talking about this. That could be journaling. It could be a combination of things. We have Mercury in Gemini until the 5th, and then it'll go into Cancer until the 19th. And so again, Cancer is very much about getting in touch with our feelings and intuition, and it really is about connecting to in-depth, deeper things within ourselves, underneath the surface, I should say. I'm thinking beyond the sea. Maybe that song rings a bell with anyone. Bobby Darin. But it's a great time to really connect in that way to more quality types of communications and conversations. So you may see a shift in the types of conversations that you're having with people and the way you communicate versus when the planet Mercury was in Gemini. Finally, we have Mars in Aries until the 5th as well, and then it'll shift into Taurus. So we'll see a general slowdown in this aspect. Mars is, you know, about action, taking forward movement, passion, and we could experience some, I would say, minor delays only due to stubbornness, but Taurus is all about working on things for the long term, right? For the future goal of stability. So this particular shift, I should say, into Taurus, it's helpful to kind of slow down and get our bearings straight. It allows us to work more steadily and with greater patience than Aries, which is more impulsive at times, even though it has that fast action oriented type of energy. So that's it for the Astrocap. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved the camera. We're gonna go straight into the collective reading. I'm still learning how to use this thingy. Okay. I felt really guided to use this deck again, the Ancestors and Angels deck, for this week because of so much contact, I feel, and connection to our ancestors. There's just been a lot. I'm feeling a lot of energy from them. And it's also the focus of the home, because Cancer does rule, you know, the home, our sanctuaries, also our lineages and ancestry. So many of you may be delving into different aspects of your family tree at this moment, or things are coming up for healing and you're digging around looking for answers, for solutions, for insights. So we're going to see what this week has in store for us. What's going on for us this week? What do we need to know? Ooh, we got Autumn. Released the old and rest. I feel like this sums up Cancer season, you all, and we're done. You know, we're, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in the summer season. So this precedes fall, which is next September, around mid-September when this transitions. So, and a lot of readings I've been getting, especially now, to really make sure that you hone in on taking care of yourself. And that may need updating, because I'm getting some of you don't have a functional, don't maybe have an updated self-care plan, self-nurtures. And that doesn't mean manicures and pedicures. I'm talking about deeper things that help you function, that help you take care of your foundation, your body here on earth, your mind, body, soul, I should say. I keep getting that. Rest is pivotal. It's one of them too. And that's something I feel like so many of us put last on our lists, because rest seems like, well, it's rest, you don't do anything. Well, that's generally when we recover, we integrate a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, intuition, everything, downloads, and we recuperate. This also, because Cancer is a time very much of healing and being in our emotions and feeling things. So it's not just the good feelings of celebrating and happiness and smiles. There's a lot of stuff with feeling things, of processing emotions coming up. And so as many of us undergo this type of work, it's so important to take care of your body, because psyche is very much attached to the soma, and you feel it. When you do a lot of healing work, especially if it's regularly, it's exhausting actually. And I'm getting here the message, you need to balance that. There's a need for balance. I keep getting like a Libra vibe with this. There's a need to balance this right now, making sure that you are integrating and including rest into your calendar. Some of you may work with ravens, crows. There's a lot of releasing. I'm getting shedding. I keep seeing snake skins. What is it? Molting? Shake skins. Excuse me, snake skins. Just a lot of stuff that's come up. Some of you have just are ending cycles. Let's see what other messages. Ooh, I kid you not, I saw this earlier. Yes, oh my goodness, we are in the time of healing. I'm gonna put these up. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Some of you are definitely in the midst of healing, working on healing, have experienced a cycle, even I have a heart here, a cycle of breakups, anything that has hurt your heart. It doesn't have to be a breakup, but it could be something that has caused some type of wound or trauma for you. Yeah, I got so much heart chakra energy before starting this reading while I was in meditation and praying with my spiritual team. Wow. This is very much tied to the release and the rest. Because the heart chakra, I've just been feeling it all day. I've been actively working with Archangel Shamuel. Some people say Shamuel. And Raphael as well. Because of this, I'm feeling it so much. This is a time to tend to yourself. It's super, super important right now. And we got this last week, I think. Mountain, stand your ground. Yeah, a lot of you are overcoming a lot of difficulty, I feel, this week, or are currently processing this. These are things that may have been subconsciously hidden. A lot of this is, to me, represents like wounds, traumas, ancestral, intergenerational lineage, in connection to things that are going on now in relationships, very much into relationships, because we do have Venus in Gemini, and we have the first quarter moon in Libra coming up. So there is a highlighted aspect, you know, with relationships. I mean, not just because those planets are in those signs, but Cancer is all about home and relationships to those close to us. So there is a great need this week to really tend to your heart. Make sure that you really, really place yourself first. Take care of yourself and ask yourself, what do I need at this moment? What would be most helpful, most loving? Especially if you're in the process of reparenting yourself or learning to take care of yourself. Ask yourself, what do I most need at this moment? Maybe it's a nap. Maybe it's to watch a favorite comedy show for 20 minutes. Maybe it's to call a friend. But this is something that's going to help you with your heart. There's a great heart expansion happening at this moment. And as we get into Leo season and closer to the Lionsgate portal, it's just going to continue growing, almost like the waxing phase of the moon. Any more? No, I was ready to go. I was ready to go and get more cards, and I'm like, I heard no. Yeah, again, I'm an intuitive reader, and I get Aquarius energy here with the stars. There's a healing element here. Please, I'd love to hear what you all have experienced so far in this season. I'm just feeling an overwhelming sense of relief, crying, getting through things, a lot of stuff that maybe you didn't want to remember coming up. But look, this is all being released because more and more of these mountains are showing. So that means many of you are consciously aware of what's happening, what has happened, aware of traumas and triggers and wounds, and you're healing them to be processed and to come up. I feel by fall, many of you are going to be in a very different shift because we do have eclipses, I think starting October 25th with the solar eclipse and then lunar eclipse. I feel like many of you are really almost at that tail end of healing. And there's so many things, just healing something that you've been working on. It could be feeling unloved, feeling unworthy. So this has to do with your value, your worth, your sense of love and self for yourself. I don't know if that just makes sense. I just sense of self or love for yourself. But I feel like this is also about receiving. If at times you feel like you don't know where to go, call out to support, to the universe, to angels. You will get a sign. There have been many times in my case where I was just feeling at a loss, very desolate, very just hitting like a rock bottom, and I called out for help, especially to my grandfather, who's on my altar over here, and he always shows up as a red cardinal for me, and so I'm just feeling something with the red. For some of you, this has affected your home situation. Call out to your ancestors and to angels and to any other spiritual teams, or team members, I should say, that you work with, because I know everyone has different deities or archetypes that they may work with. There's a strong sense the rest is going to help your heart. I'm just getting like it's connected. I hate to use it. It's almost like that machine. It's a medical machine, and I forgot. It's not an EKG machine. but it's almost like the rest is going to help amplify the love in your heart. It's going to amplify complete restoration in your body. Okay, let's take a look at the, the Moonology deck and see what else is going on this week. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. I said this earlier, you all. Yes, it is. I can confirm. And so this is just confirmation to utilize this energy wisely at this time. And again, when I say work on your goals that you've set, it doesn't have to mean like training for a marathon or opening 3 businesses and making sure you meet $1 million sale in 2 weeks. No, I'm not talking about that. If it is, good. But for many people, it could simply mean updating my home or getting a new bed or a new comforter set or a new pillow, or it could be something with your job. It's going to be so varied for everyone. It could be working on a website or calling 2 people this week, but this is an amazing time to use this energy, especially as it relates to your own self-care, your own sense of security and safety and love. Always connect back to those emotions and how you want to feel, because that's going to help you continue moving forward in your journey. What else? We have 3rd quarter moon. Adjustments are required. I mentioned this too in the Astrocap. If you set goals during the new moon or intentions last week during the new moon in Cancer, this is a great time too to adjust your plans. Maybe you don't want to pursue something you thought it was going to be good, but it's not. Don't. Change it. Sometimes things come up, things happen, and you need to improvise, or you need to reassess or reschedule them or move things around. Do it. This time period is really asking you to really connect to your emotions and to yourself and your feelings and make adjustments as needed, but continue going forward. Don't stagnate, in other words. Any other messages, please? Last one I heard. We will put this one up here on top of this one. Expect powerful change. Oh my gosh, you guys, I mentioned eclipse, new moon eclipse. So that's coming up in November. And of course, we just had one in May in Scorpio. And so, yes, changes are coming. I've been just feeling them. It feels like nonstop sometimes. Especially whether it's internal, inner transformation that's happening. Big changes are coming. So expect them, get ready for them. That's why it's really important to make sure that your inner sanctuary, your personal foundation is set, because I feel, and this is just me saying that, not the cards, I personally feel our personal foundation is the most important, because if we have that set, if we have a routine in place, we get enough sleep, we have nourishing foods, we are able to move and activate our energies in different ways, whether that's through working out or meditation, whatever practices you engage in, and you have a space for yourself that you can contemplate and introspect. That in itself, that personal foundation sets the tone for everything else, because it allows you to take in changes and to know, okay, I have these self-care routines in place. They're going to help me, even if I cannot control some of these unexpected changes that are coming, to be expected. At least I know I can continue with my routine to help gain some sense of internal security, comfort, trust. Because when we have that, it starts at home. All of the security and the foundations, it starts at home. Let's see what other messages we all need to know for this week. It's easy to, I have to say, with the energy is gaining momentum, it's easy to think, because some of you, I'm getting maybe feeling time is running out. I can't rest. I need to keep doing this. Sometimes taking a step back to rest and to incorporate that rest into our schedule, not just sleep, but also literally resting, like just not having a planned day or a planned few hours, like taking time, concerted time out of your calendar to just be. Literally, like take a cup of coffee or tea and just sit on your balcony and bird watch, and not have that pressure to constantly be doing, that's going to help you gain that momentum forward. It seems counterintuitive because most people, myself included, I still struggle with this. I'm not a saint when it comes to this. We think, oh, well, if I rest or take a day off, I'm going to be completely set back. But sometimes you need to recharge your batteries, right? Because we're not like, what's that bunny? The Energizer bunny that keeps going. We have to actually take the batteries out, metaphorically speaking, and recharge them. And that happens through rest. Okie dokie. What else do we need to know for this week, please? Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So I get immediately with this, as we start healing so many different aspects, I'm going to leave that generally because I'm getting so many different types of healing. But as we heal, as we release, and that can be the hardest thing because it entails a shift. Some of you are going through major rebirths, endings, a lot of cycles, endings, which all obviously means a new beginning, or beginnings is coming. There's a lot of things that may seem just in flux, out of our control, and just a change. Gratitude is, I'll just say, amazing. If you have a practice, keep it going. If you don't, another wonderful tool to use in your healing. Because in our gratitude practice, we can recognize all the ways in which we are abundant. So many times we feel like we have to keep going up and keep trying to reach something beyond what we have, whether it's more money or a bigger house or another type of car or whatever it is. But if you really sit and think about it, all the abundance we need, we have it. It starts right where we are, right? It could mean having light, whether it's candles or electricity, or air conditioning if you live in a hot climate. Food, access to fresh, clean water and food. Having the ability to sleep and put your head on a bed in a home. You have shelter. So abundance is pouring into your life. Make sure to really incorporate gratitude. Writing is always powerful because of the energy it activates and that we translate from ourselves onto the paper, but you can also speak it. Some people write it on pieces of papers and put it into a jar, whatever works. And although we shouldn't do it just to bring it in, but the more grateful you are, the more abundance you attract. This is very much related to the heart. Is there anything else we need to know, please? Oh, I almost missed that. Okay, we got transformation. Fresh new way of living emerges. We got, look, 2 cards. This to me almost speaks of, okay, so we can get like the wheel. Well, yeah, like the wheel, the tower, death cards like in tarot, which I'm going to pull in a sec. Many of you are definitely, like I said, undergoing massive transformations, especially within. Some of you are wondering, when am I going to just see the light at the end of the tunnel? When are things going to stabilize? It's coming. A lot of it is hard because it's within. When we're healing, that's the major transformation happening within us. And that allows us to see things almost like you wipe the windows clean with window cleaner afterwards. Fogged in, go slow, take time. This is another card indicating not to be too in a hurry. This almost speaks to Mars transitioning from Aries into Taurus. This is literally Taurus inching along. It's not like Mars or in Aries where you would see a speedboat. Literally, take some time to assess where you are right now. Go slow, especially if you're healing. Keep going forward. That's the difference. Doesn't mean because you're making progress that you have to go fast. Just keep going at a micro step. I like to use micro steps. Sometimes, depending on energy levels, you're like, okay, I just can't today, you know, like I can't do that whole report, but maybe I can do a page and then tomorrow another page and have it done by Friday, just as an example. Keep going towards your goals. Keep making progress in what you want to pursue, what you want to do in life, but do it because you're going to reap that progress. You're going to reap that abundance. These are all very related, even though this is a Monology card. Okay, we're gonna pull some tarot right now. So we're using the Tarot by Kids deck. I always say this, it has such a peaceful energy, beautiful deck, and I felt it was So appropriate for Cancer season. And I shuffled the deck already really well. Oh, we're gonna see what messages, and these are a little bit hard to shuffle because they are big. We're gonna see what else we need to know. We have the King of Swords. Ironically, right? Swords is Libra, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But look at this, again, we have transformation. The king here is very resolute and determined here. They can be detached, but it's because they've reached that level of wisdom where they're at their throne and they can help others too. I feel like this is also speaking to, I'm getting like, make sure to reach out to people for help, right? Reminds me of this card, love and let yourself be loved. Some of you may have problems reaching out for help or receiving help. But here I'm getting the need, there could be someone around you that's more mature, more older, that has more resources, guidance, wisdom. It could be in the form of a mentor, teacher, an older sibling, or someone that you know that could have more years in what you want to do in any area of your life that could offer wisdom and support. Okay, what else? Oh, what else do we need to know for this week? Okay. I'm gonna move these suckers up a little bit because I know after I get past down here, you can't see it. Oh crap, King of Cups. Wow. Amazing energy. So I definitely, the king is very much in, you know, in their emotions, but they have it regulated. They're able to use it to their advantage. Their cup is completely for themselves. It's very much speaking to pouring into yourself, making sure you have enough for yourself, but the king has so much that he is able to offer assistance to others. This is similar energy here, but this is also speaking, I feel, to yourself. Make sure that you do embody this energy first. I'm getting the sense so many of you are depleted. It's not just healing, because that in itself takes so much energy out of your physical body, also spiritually, energetically. But I feel like it's some of the things that you're doing. You may be putting your attention on things that you have no business putting your attention on. Perhaps you're lending help or giving away your energy. I can't believe we got 2 king cards. Anything else we need to know for this week, please? 6 of Swords. Yeah, 6 of Swords to me is just leaving disappointment, leaving things that are no longer working, kind of moving on to better pastures. Even the dog's looking ahead and it's like, what in the world? This is almost like taking everything that hasn't worked for you and turning it into something that will. And so there's, to me, with the 6, it's also about balance. I'm getting a lot of energy here of rest. Because some people will say king and queen for balance, but even with the King of Swords and King of Cups, swords speak to air, right? Communication. Cups speak to the water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and these are emotions. So it's really about balancing your mind too with your emotions and making sure that you do tap into both, because that's where you're going to garner the greater strength and presence, and greater strength and energy for yourself this week. This is about balancing yourself, balancing your needs, what you're doing, whether it's work and play, rest, and actively doing, balancing your feminine and masculine energies at this time. Any other messages this week, Spirit? Anything else we need to know? Oh, you guys, I mentioned this when I was looking at this card earlier. Hold on. Hope you don't see my head. With mountains, I said this reminded me of the Aquarius star card, and we get it here. This is definitely speaking to healing, but also knowing that to keep following your dreams, literally follow the stars, follow your dreams. Know that there's hope. Things are going to turn. Things are going to improve. Like this card says, transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. Many of you, I feel, are in the midst of this healing. I'm just getting it like massively, collectively, individually. I can feel this energy. It's been heavy. But this is like the way in is the way out. Anything else we need to know? Final messages, please. Did this move? No. Final messages, please. Last one. Thank you. Okay, let's move this card over here. 8 of Wands. So the Wands are fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, and this speaks to fast movement. So again, I feel like a lot of this, to me, I'm just getting like the healing. A lot of this healing, these emotions are coming up pretty quickly in everyone. Because I keep talking about like tsunamis. I don't think of, usually I talk emotions in terms of waves, but I keep getting like a tsunami of waves coming, and you have a small reprieve and then a big wave. And so I'm getting a lot of this is coming at you quickly, or you may be experiencing a lot of this type of healing that's coming up pretty quickly or in succession, like one after the other. But it's balance. It's about balance. This is going to help you process it, accept it. I know it could be uncomfortable as hell. Cry it out, let it out. That's the most important thing, is to process it, because if you don't, all of those emotions stay in your body and you don't want it stuck. Okay, we're gonna pull one card here from the Work Your Light, I should say, Oracle. Okay, I guess we're gonna pull 2 because 2 came out. And this is a little bit longer. We have Mintakan, longing for home. Of course, this is like, again, no zodiac sign. Belonging, the original light workers. And then we have get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. A lot of speak to healing, to home. Some of you are definitely feeling disconnected right now, perhaps from your family, from those around you. You're really looking for a place to belong, and you haven't found that. This year, I'm just saying, so many soul members are coming in. But a lot of this is it comes with this healing that's happening around you. Look at all this water here. Holy crap. Some of you may, especially if you're Cancers, may have recognition with Mintaka. I think that's it. With the Starseed family. Some of you may be having dreams about this. And in your dreams, you could find messages being relayed to you, especially as it concerns your healing and your rest. Again, this is an element of rest, and part of your self-care routine or practice is grounding. It's super important, especially if you identify as an empath, highly sensitive light worker, or you do work in the spiritual realm. And even if you don't, we're all impacted by energy, especially right now with all these events going on at the collective. It's important to be grounded right now and find a way to really center yourself, because that's another way to maintain balance amidst all these changes. Okay. So I pulled, this deck was Work Your Light, and this is Keepers of the Light. And a lot of these focus on our soul journey, but also about not dimming your light. I really wanted to highlight that. I've been getting a lot of messages about not dimming your light, making sure you remain true to yourself, even if you do feel alone. You are going to connect with your people, with people that get you, that understand you. It's coming. I know it doesn't feel like that now. That's why it's important to make sure you institute that sanctuary for yourself. Okay. Oh, wow. That one jumped out quickly. We got the Divine Protector, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Got quite a bit of purple. Ironically, I felt guided to light purple, which is very much connected to the spiritual realm. So yeah, at this time, Cancer is, one of the most intuitive, if not the most intuitive sign, as it's ruled by the moon. A lot of you are a lot more intuitive at this time, getting messages, very much connected to your ancestors. I'll just say angels and any other members of your spiritual team, whether they're spirit animals, they could be ancestors, other people too, animals, your starseed family, past lives. You may be getting information about that, but a lot of you are getting messages. This is all very connected. For some, I know it can be overwhelming because it can come like a waterfall. Let's pull a self-care oracle, or message, I should say. What do we need to know for self-care? What guidance can you give us for this week, please? Nope. Connect with the earth. You guys, look at this. Another message. Connecting with the earth. Very similar here on getting grounded, connecting with nature. Some of you are going to find the balance in Mother Earth, and also it's a great way to transmute and to integrate a lot of the healing that you've been doing, a lot of the pain, to alchemize that. I do that a lot whenever, because I've been healing too. It's not like I'm exempt. I go into the forest, and especially on the weekend, I'll take longer hikes. I did a 2-hour hike yesterday, and I just set that intention. And it's amazing. When you move, you get the energy out of your body. Sometimes emotions will come up and you'll have to stop, but it's such a calming, healing way. A lot of nature here. Some of you may resonate with beaches, with lakes, with ponds or rivers. Some of you more with the earth. But that's where you're going to find a lot of healing, a lot of connection. Some of you are going to get messages with animals, by the way. Our final card, our final message, animal spirit. I've been seeing a lot of animals as well. They have messages, so make sure you're writing them down because they're bringing you messages, not just what's currently happening, but a lot of it has to do with hope. Some of you may have been calling out for help, but you may not be receiving the messages because you may have been expecting them to come from another source or in a different way. Okay, final message, please, from our spirit animals. What do they want to tell us for this week? Thank you. We have elk, nobility. Here. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. This is what we had in the beginning. Look at this. A lot of you are in this time literally conquering, overcoming, working through, or healing from major challenges. Look at these mountains. And again, they don't have to be something physical, like in the tangible world. It could be inner. It could be like self-sabotage or fear of doing something or anxiety. Those are humongous, humongous challenges. Is humongous a word? I made it one. But they have such a big impact and shift in the way we view the world, right? When we are able to conquer self-limiting beliefs, like the way we value ourselves, it changes everything because we no longer accept people that don't value us. We don't waste our time with people that only want one-sided relationships, etc. This is a beautiful message. You are going to overcome this. Just know wherever you are in your journey this week, if you are embodying this and you're just like, where are my people? Why am I alone? What's happening? All of this is part of your path right now. You're literally purging. That's the best way I can sum up this message. You are purging for the better. And I know everyone's like, why in the summer? A lot of things are happening. They're coming in the fall. I feel like more amazing stuff is coming. Work on your heart. Keep working on forgiveness for yourself, others when you can, if you believe in that. That's going to open up the doors of abundance for you all. I hope this reading has helped you all for this week. I'm wishing you a beautiful time of healing, of taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, putting yourself first because you deserve it. Again, I'm really grateful for your support. If this resonated, I would appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe. And until then, I will see you soon. Take care.